Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear brothers and sisters, in this short video I want to speak about the witr. In previous lectures we spoke about witr and Taraweeh and Qiyam al-Layl. They are different. You could go back to the YouTube channel on this matter. But in here I want to talk about witr by itself. And that is because of people misunderstanding the witr, whether about how many rak'at it is, and whether about how it is done, and whether about another issue on that is if you do it, you're not allowed to do any other salat afterward, and which we will correct in all of this. First of all, the witr, the rak'at al-witr is whether you do 1, whether you do 3, whether you do 7, whether you do 5 or 7, whether you do 11, whether you do 13. This is the different opinion on ulama, and all of them inshallah correct. And that's one. How you do it, in the madhab al-Shafi'i, we say that you pray one rak'ah by itself. The rak'ah, what does it mean? Is that you say Allahu Akbar, you read Fatiha, you read another surah, you go to ruku', and then you go up, and you make dua, and then you go sujood, and then you do salam. This is one rak'ah. Whether you do it like this, whether you do it 2 rak'at, and then in the second one you do dua, and then you do the third one alone by itself, and then you do dua as well. Sorry, in the second one you don't do dua, in the third one you do dua, and then you do salam. And it is best that you do 2 rak'at, and then 1 rak'at if you do 5. And you could do as well on the 4th and the 5th, you read tahiyat on the 4th, and you read tahiyat in the 5th, and then you do salam. That's if you do the 5 rak'ah. If you do the 7 rak'ah as well, you could do the 7, and that is you read tahiyat in the 6th, and you read tahiyat in the 7, and then you do salam. Same thing for the 11 and 13 as well. And the 3 as well, you read first and second you do, and then you do salam, and then the third one you do it by itself alone, and then you do salam. So that's the second thing that we want to talk about how you do the salat. So a different opinion on the ulama, and the best and the easiest and the simplest, and that is you do 2 rak'at, and then you do 1 rak'at. Whether you do 13 or 10, 7, 5, or 3. So it's best to do it like that, 2 rak'at, and then you do salam. 2 rak'at, and then salam, and then do the 1. The third and the important issue that I want to discuss on this video, and that is some brothers they think that if you pray witr in the masjid with the imam, then you're not allowed to anymore at home pray any type of salat. And that is not correct, because if you can pray witr in the masjid with the imam, okay, you could do that, that's fine. And then if you want at home to pray more, what you do 1 rak'at, again 1 more rak'ah, so it becomes 4 witr. It will become 4 witr, because you did 2, you did the salam, then you do the third one, then you do the salam, then now you do another rak'ah, 4-1, you do the salam, and then you do the salam, and then that's become 4 rak'ah. Then that became 4 rak'ah, and then you do the qiyam al-layl, any salat you want, and then you do any salat you want, and then at the end you do 1 rak'ah witr. So you close up the night with 1 rak'ah witr. That's the way you do it. Or you do not pray witr at all with the imam at masjid, and when you come home you do qiyam al-layl, and then you do the 3 rak'ah witr at the end by yourself, and then you do the witr by yourself at home. So that is the ways that you could do it. Whether you pray with the imam in the masjid, the witr as well, and when you come home you do 1 more rak'ah, or you do not need to do witr in the masjid with the imam, you do it by yourself. You could do it this way as well. And even if you do it with the imam in the mosque, and you came home and you did another rak'ah, you must know that at the end you do another rak'ah for witr, and that became 5. And this way you finish the witr as well at the end of your salat. So it is important for the brothers and sisters to know that you can't pray witr with the imam in the mosque or at home. And if you prayed witr with the imam in the mosque, that does not mean you are not allowed anymore to pray at home. You can pray as much as you want at home as well after you were with the imam in the mosque. By the way that I mentioned, by the way I said it on this video, and I will put some text on the bottom of the video, so you are more familiar with the books of the ulama they mentioned on this topic and on this matter. I hope this benefit you, brothers and sisters. Please share the video so all the other brothers that they had misunderstanding on this matter, they correcting their mistake, and then everyone learn and everyone go out from this darkness of ignorance to the lightness of the Islam. جزاكم الله خير. بارك الله فيكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.